Hey everybody, Jason Barnaby from Fire Starters Incorporated, repping the orange. I don't know if you can see it on my ring, but there's some orange in there too. Why? Say it with me. ABB, always be branding. So many of you have been following along with my Tribe of Five journey, and this is my video explanation of why I launched it on Saturday of this past weekend. 5/16/2018 was the day that my almost 10-year corporate career came to a screeching halt. In about a 35-minute meeting, I was told that my job had been eliminated and was given a severance package, turned in all my stuff, and walked out the door. Just like that, poof. Luckily for me, I saw it coming. I had actually cleaned out my desk the day before. I had said goodbye to most of the people that I could find in the company, which was pretty awesome because most of the time when those things happen, if they've happened to you, you don't have an opportunity to do that. So I had put everything in my car that morning of my meeting that I was fairly certain that this was coming. And it happened. And I walked out the door and thought, well, this is awesome because I'm starting my new company, which I did. I started Fire Starters Incorporated officially full-time that same day. And so when I released Tribe of Five, I wanted to release it specifically on that day, 5/16, because that was a really important day for me. It was a day that I finally took the step to do what I talk about all the time, and that is to ignite hope and to torch fear. And believe me, there was a ton of fear. I call those things what if abouts. And some of you have heard that phrase. What if this doesn't work? What if, and what about? Well, if that happens, what about this? And it's a domino effect, right? You start talking about those things and at least in your mind, those dominoes start to fall. What if this happens? What if that happens? And the truth is, what I've realized in 2 years in business is that most of the time those things don't happen. They happen in your brain and they cause you to quit before you even get started many, many times. But most of the time that stuff just happens in your head. And so one of the things that I encourage people to do, and I have to practice myself, is to just take the next step, whatever that step is. So many of us, like if we want to get here and we're here, we worry about how do we get here? How do we make, what's that jump look like? Don't worry about the jump. Worry about the next step. Because with momentum comes momentum, and things will continue to happen. And so I wanted to release Tribe of Five, and this is really, I'm calling this a PSA, a Pretty Selfish Announcement, because here's the deal. Like maybe most, I lost a ton of money in the first 2 weeks that this COVID thing hit. I had gigs that got canceled. I had things that got pushed into 2021 already. I had people who just said, we're canceling this outright. We're booting this down the road to a maybe. So I have a ton of maybes for the fall, depending on what happens. So this was my way to continue to serve people where they are and still provide something of value. So I took this home studio that I have that you see, and I wrote a facilitator's guide for my 30 Days to Blaze program. I did a video a week for the 6 different weeks that 30 Days to Blaze could be. And I'm encouraging people to get together with a tribe of five other people. Because here's the thing that's happening. Depression, anxiety, loneliness, all of those things, especially in a quarantine world, are on the rise. And even though we are opening back up, people are afraid. Some are afraid to go back to work. Some have realized why they've been off that they don't want to go back to work. Some don't have work to go back to because I've got a couple friends whose entire departments, up to 70 people, were just eliminated like that. And whatever the underlying causes are, we could debate that all day long. The fact is that they don't have work and they're looking for it. Some of you who are watching this are in pretty good financial shape. You have managed to work through this crisis and do well. Some of you are in awful shape, and some of the worst shape that you've ever been in your life, and some of you are somewhere in the middle. And so what I wanted to do was to provide a solution that would help people get the benefits of going through a program that I would facilitate, but doing it without me and doing it with people that you know that are in a similar situation. So for that reason, instead of signing up for a 30-day engagement with me as part of a group for $600 to $700, you can buy Tribe of 5 for $99. It's everything that you need in a box. And here's what I'm really encouraging folks to do. If you are in a place where you are financially stable, you're in a good spot, I would ask you to consider looking around at your tribe and the people that are in your life and sponsoring 1 or 2 or 4, and then you become that 5th and you lead a Tribe of 5. Because right now, people are lonely, people are lost, people don't know where to go. There are some jobs that are out there, but there's a lot of loss. And people need people. Your tribe attracts your vibe, and your vibe attracts your tribe. And right now, there are a lot of people putting out some pretty negative vibes because they're in very negative situations and they don't know what to do and they need help. And this is where I love the LinkedIn community, because I have seen so many of you, as my friend Jacqueline Martinez says, roll up and show up in ways that I can't even imagine. I've already had a couple of people reach out and say, Jason, I'm willing to sponsor 1 or 2 people to go through. So I'm trying to figure out how to pair those things and how to make that possible. But if you're interested in sponsoring a Tribe of 5, if you're interested in sponsoring 1 or 2 people, I'm going to be working during this week to try to figure out how to make that work. And if you have suggestions, please hit me up, because I don't have all the answers. But I'm going to tag some of my friends who are here in the Indianapolis area who are doing great work. People like Stephanie Crevens and Julie Kratz and Rebecca Hessian and Alex Perry and Nikki Bush and Lindsay Baccardo and Brian Neal, Emily Sutherland, Thomas West, Rachel Pritz, Beth Rashley, Jenny Robbins. These are all people that have been in my tribe and have been really important to me. I'm going to tag them down below, and I'm going to make a pretty selfish announcement for all of us. We need you who are in business and who are doing well to reach out to us and engage us for short keynotes for your folks, to engage us so that we can take your people through leadership training or conflict management or motivation or work through fear and anxiety or whatever those things happen to be. Those people that I just mentioned are amazing people at what they do. And we are all, like all of us, we are all struggling, but we're at a point where we've done, free live webinars, we've done free podcasts, again, like many, but we're at a place also where we need the people in our tribe, our business community, to reach out and hire us, to reach out and use our services so that we can continue doing what we're doing. I was fortunate to start some pretty great engagements right at the beginning of all of this that has carried me through this. But I need more to go into the summer and into the fall to keep this going. And I believe, because of what you've told me, that this is work that I should be doing. And I believe that in my soul. And so we need your support. And I'm excited to put Tribe of 5 out there in the world. I'm excited that it went out on my 2-year anniversary, because I can tell you, though it was scary, though I had to overcome fear, though I had to deal with things that I never thought I'd have to deal with and still am, it is by far the best thing that's ever happened to me. And so if you can help somebody else reframe this, instead of like a crushing blow, as an amazing opportunity, and work with them through this Tribe of 5 content, I think you have the opportunity to change a life. And I hope that that's what you do. I hope you reach out to me specifically through DM. You can email me, jason@firestarterstribe.com. But check out these people that I'm going to put in the comments hire them. We need your help because we want to keep doing what we're doing. Thanks for listening, and tribe on.